Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Y'all ready? A little nervous, y'all. Some creepy things have been happening to Segovia since we've been taking these walks on the dark side of TikTok. Screw it. K fans rolling with me. Let's go, y'all. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Somebody on this app said they think that there's a time traveler who keeps going back to 2020 to try to fix things, but it keeps making things weirder. And I believe that because why did I just see a video about Buddhist monks getting raided and testing positive for meth, finding a homemade gun, and a bunch of other weird shit? Somebody
Could you imagine right now if you were 20
No.
and being like dating and swiping and trying to pay attention? And
Or even 10. You know, my daughter's one of the few girls in her class that doesn't have a cell phone.
what's the age that do they get them? Like
They've had them since they were like 7.
no, I mean
My kids,
like what's the rule in your house?
There's a debate right now. We're trying to figure it out.
Well, okay, so you have a 10-year-old going to be 11.
Yeah, I think that they say there's like a movement, wait till 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you heard that?
Yeah, like 10 kids in the class, all the parents agree, so they're not the only person in the class that doesn't have it.
But it's not that way with my daughter's kids, the kids in her class. Most of them have phones. Most parents just give the kid a phone.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's, have you read any of Jonathan Haidt's stuff,
Yeah.
The Coddling of the American Mind?
Yeah, of course.
And that is just so disturbing when you see the amount of, especially young girls that are growing up depressed, cutting themselves, self-harm.
What's that, like 400%, he said, like from 10 to 14 or
something crazy like that.
Like something insane.
Massive spike that directly coincides with the invention of smartphones and social media.
Yeah, the slot machine.
Yeah, it's this thing where people are just trying to get likes and trying to leverage their, their social status and try to pretend that they're living in a perfect world to everybody around them, and everyone else is doing it. And people look at other people's lives being perfect, and they reflect upon their own. They get depressed.
Breaking news. I don't know why nobody is talking about this, but Minnesota just released their National Guard has been deployed to St. Paul because they're declaring a state of emergency in response to a huge cyber attack. Governor Tim Walz, he has issued the actual executive order. Now the wireless internet is out, the payment systems are down, 911 has been interrupted, offices and businesses are unable to operate, their systems are down. And electricity is out in some areas. The governor has came out and made a statement, and he's stating that this was not a system glitch at all or a technical error. He goes on to say that this was very deliberate, coordinated, and he also said that it was a digital attack. He goes on to say that it was carried out by a sophisticated external actor. He's also saying that there was intentionality behind it, and it was criminally targeting their city and their information and infrastructure. He said this is a serious crime. I don't know about y'all, but what I do feel that this is not just going to be an isolated incident in Minnesota. I believe we're going to start it as soon as August 1st hit. The Lord had already prepared me that the month of August is going to bring much trouble. There's going to be a lot of events that will happen in the month of August. Be very prayerful, be very watchful, because August is the month we will experience a lot of things that is coming to America to attack our infrastructure, but just not our infrastructure. We're going to see devastation like no other. For some reason, I don't believe in my spirit that it's just going to stop with Minnesota. I believe this is getting ready to trickle down to many states. I can't tell you what is happening, but this is some type of form of war and warfare. Scouring on the internet, like, where's the people from Minnesota? Why they not reporting this? They internet out. They internet down. They ain't got no power. Y'all be watchful out there.
I went to Colombia to get stem cells from this one company, Accelerator. I was like, they brought me over there, and I looked around the country, and the food is like so healthy. Like, I lost 15 pounds. I'm a picky eater. I lost 15 pounds eating KFC and Domino's.
There? Because the way they make it's totally different.
We have so many chemicals in our food. It's so bad for us. And I'm a picky eater, so I tried to eat like the healthy stuff, and I figured out why it tastes so bad for me, because we so used to all these chemicals. So I was like, man, if I live here in Colombia, I'll get back in shape.
See, it's just crazy that he's eating the same places he would eat here, KFC, what do you say, Domino's. But why are they not putting those chemicals in the food? Same company, same owners, same executives, same managers. But why over here are they putting that junk in our food? I don't know. Like if they're all doing it for money, well, don't you think they would do it for all over the world, not just in America or the Western worlds? Or is there just laws over there in Colombia that you can't put that in there? I don't know.
How about you motherfucking teachers get y'all lazy asses the fuck up during the summertime and go stand up in these motherfucking lines if y'all want these kids? There's no parent in this world that is sending their kids to school and their kids don't have paper all year. Their kids don't have pencils all year.
I'm a parent who does not buy school supplies.
What? Teachers get their lazy asses? These are the people that are with your children more than you're with your fucking children for 9 to 10 months of the school year, right? Because I know that you're not doing any homework with them. You're not doing any at-home reading or comprehension with them. You're not doing any type of literacy exercises with these kids while they're at home. So your teachers or their teachers are basically their parents for a majority of the school year. I mean, they're providing for your children because you guys don't want to so that they can get an education. So why do y'all hate them so fucking much? Like, what is the issue? The teachers are lazy, but they're the ones that get up every single morning and have to deal with these badass kids every single day, because we've all seen this new crop of children that are coming through the school system. Why teachers are quitting and fucking mounds. They are quitting in droves because these kids are so fucking bad, and they're the fucking lazy ones. But then no person is going to send their kid to school all year without supplies and stuff. Well, example number one. But then have we all never been in school before? We all know a handful of people that at the beginning of the school year, they didn't have a binder, didn't have a notebook, didn't have a pencil, didn't have anything. So what are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? This entire conversation is just showing that for whatever reason, I'm not sure, you guys hate teachers. Y'all hate the fucking teachers. And what is it? Is it because they're the ones that have to call you when you're kids that you didn't raise correctly or acting bad as hell, and now you have a person that is actually critiquing your parenting because it's like, how is your child coming to school acting like this? Like, I don't know what the reason that you guys hate the fucking teachers is so much is, but it's just becoming extremely apparent.
Shout out to all the teachers out there. I can only imagine how tough it is for you guys now. Everyone, all your students have phones, so they fact checked everything and see things that maybe aren't true or things that you're saying that aren't true, and just constantly. And I know for me, going school shopping for back to school supplies, like that's one of the fun times. Like nobody really likes going back to school during summer break, but us kids, like we look forward to going to get these school supplies and whatnot. And I understand some people can't afford them, but these parents just seem like they just don't want to go stand in line.
Y'all, they're already recording tsunami waves as high as 14 foot around Russia, as what has now been upgraded to an 8.7, being the biggest earthquake that's hit the world since 2011. And obviously it's not just Russia, but Alaska is facing deadly tsunami warnings, and the whole west coast just about is all facing tsunami warnings. Even warning alerts going to people's phones already right now. In just a few seconds, I'm going to show you guys just how crazy that earthquake really was, and they're saying it could take a few hours for waves to start to hit the west coast. I'm covering the girl that's sitting right behind me, like, my goodness. And you can see more above me and below me. This thing was straight up disastrous. I got a whole bunch of footage. I'll probably put more in the next video as the tsunami started to come in. Did you know that just 2 days ago in Yellowstone, they were catching the whole ground making weird noises and vibrating just like this? By the way, all the animal from Yellowstone videos are all bullcrap. The guy purposely takes videos of animals and relabels them as a different location for views. But look, even without the animals, it's bad enough. We don't gotta lie to make it sound worse than it is. And don't forget about all the earthquakes we've had around Alaska, and Russia. Think about it in terms of frequency. Completely unrelated, like the last tsunami warning that we had in Alaska, we saw a giant zap go across the entire Earth. At the same time, the Schumann frequency was going crazy. And 1000% unrelated, completely coincidental, all this stuff is happening at the same exact time, while the news and other outlets continue to warn us about this massive undersea volcano. You know what I would say? It's kind of looking a lot of bit revelatic right now.
Literal word.
We know, but don't you agree? Wow.
Have you seen this video?
How do people hear God talking to them? The Bible has a very clear answer of how he speaks to us today. Hebrews chapter 1 verse 1 and 2. God, in diverse manners and in many ways, spoke in times past through the prophets, right? But hath in these last days, verse 2, has spoken to us by the Son. The Son in John 1:14 is the Word of God. It says, the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Emmanuel, God with us, Jesus' name, dwelt among us. The word logos in form, God form theos, right? So if you want to hear God speaking to you clearly, accurately, and 100% correct, you read the Bible. So if you're chasing signs, if you're chasing feelings, what I would recommend is to sit in silence and go to the actual Word of God, which is the Word, Scripture, and you'll learn right then and there whether you can discern His voice or not.
To watch Oprah Winfrey not open that road up from Wheeler to Kalula, Hawaii, shows you how disgusting and how evil these billionaires are. Now I want y'all to take a look at this map. This red line is where people have to drive all the way around because she owned that little blue private road that'll help them get straight to higher grounds. When I tell y'all I have zero respect for Oprah Winfrey after this day, like I do not like her. And we know what you did in South Africa with them kids in that school. And I guarantee you, boy, my God will punish you. If you sit there and you let all these people get washed away and all these people come up harmed, you should be charged with a crime and you ought to be sent to the penitentiary for the rest of your life, man. Hawaii, we gonna pray for y'all. And I hope y'all knock down whatever barricades they got and y'all drive right through her land. Nobody deserves to perish when y'all got a quicker way to get to higher grounds. Please, Hawaii, I'm telling y'all, do what y'all gotta do to be able to cross that little blue line. She don't own nothing. Though my God owns this world. They don't own nothing.
What is that?
Now, she was the first one crying next to the rock, asking us for donations for the Hawaiian people. Now, I don't think anything came from that tsunami, but what if? And her road was shut down because she didn't want people going through that road. She's the first one crying to help the people. And she couldn't even do something for free to help the people.
Cereal, though. If you had to pick one, just off the top of your head, real quick.
I mean, it's probably a boring cereal, but
Cocoa
yeah,
Krispies.
Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch
Or
was
Cocoa
fire.
Puffs.
Crunch berries are fire.
Yeah.
But you know what I got to go with? It's what I keep going back to. Lucky Charms.
Yeah, that was probably my go-to. I was thinking this today. The world went too far when they gave you all marshmallows.
You can't do all marshmallows.
Yeah.
If you eat all marshmallow Lucky Charms,
That's when the world went too far.
something's wrong with you.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
Hell no.
Like, that was the day where we were like, man, we fucked up. Like, America fucked up. You know what? I actually like the regular pieces of cereal more than the marshmallow.
The existence of the Lucky Charms marshmallows in the
I swear,
bag,
it made
they
it, bro.
flavored the other pieces of Lucky Charms and made them taste like the marshmallows. So the shit was fire.
Bro, I liked all of them. I'll eat them all. Fruit Loops, fucking bangers. Corn Pop, bangers. Frosted Mini Wheats was bangers.
Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks, bangers.
Come on, y'all.
Smacks, bangers.
Hey, Apple Jacks might be a sleeper.
Yeah, any of them, bro. Y'all acting like there ain't no bad or good. They're all awesome. Give me them all. Fruity Pebbles, give me them.
Dude, some Apple Jacks would hit
Fucking
so
bang.
hard right now.
And I just think this, guys, I would eat that shit and then go shit my brains out because I didn't know I was lactose intolerant. I'm over here just gobbling milk. Nobody
know
told
that
me.
back in the
Full
day.
glass of milk, Grandma.
Speaking of gators, there's this article that came out 1934 in the LA Times. Was called Lizard People's Catacomb City Hunted Underneath Los Angeles, California.
Shut up.
This man named G. Warren Schufelt, and he had developed this X-ray penetrating technology to where he could scan different rocks and stuff. He was in LA on this hill called Fort Moore Hill, and he drilled like 200 something feet down, stuck it down, and he's like, what the heck? He's like, there's tunnels, a lot of tunnels, and really big rooms, and a lot of gold. So he went to Arizona and he met with this Hopi elder. His name was Little Chief Greenleaf. Said, what you just discovered is one of 3 lost cities along the Pacific coast. And he told about it was this people group called the Lizard People, but they were called the Lizard People because their idol was a lizard. This was a civilization that was advanced technology-wise, that they had this chemical that they would use to basically bore out the tunnel. The Lizard People's city being amongst these certain hills that exactly line up to where this guy found the thing.
Wow.
What happened to Shufelt?
They shut him down.
What do y'all think of this? It's viral right now. A little alien walks by. An hour after she was out there doing what she was doing, it was at 1 o'clock. I wonder if it was watching her. What do you guys think?
Okay, that is it. I am officially announcing today my participation in the 3 days of darkness. If shit truly goes down on Sunday, out of respect for all of the Americans that we have lost on the battlefield, my TikTok too will go dark. For 3 days of mourning. My profile picture will be changed to black, and 3 black videos will run across my profile as a forever symbol to remember the time we lost 170 million Americans to their own government. I will not be on Red Note. I will not be on Zuck's Reels. The only place I will remain is YouTube. Okay, that is it. 3 days of darkness.
You know that being sober puts you in the 30 percentile because 70% of Americans engage in drinking or even other substances. Being sober puts you in the top 30%. 2.3 billion people around the world consume alcohol, and 75% of people in the US consume alcohol. Nearly 1 in 3 adults garden. You being sober eliminates a lot of your competition with whatever it is you're trying to do in your life. Puts you in the 30 percentile. Now, in that 30 percentile, what are you trying to do? Who are you trying to become? Instead of altering your mind with substances, now you have this energy to educate yourself, to start a business, to grow, to learn, to change. Do something with your life that actually makes you fucking happy. I think a lot of people don't really realize how much time they're wasting on substances. That's all by design in the system. Everybody has a million excuses as to why they do it. I hear you. If you're simply drinking or doing whatever once a week, that's 52 times a year. It's 2 days out of the week, Friday, Saturday, that's 104 times a year. Throw in an additional day for you to recover from your hangover. It's 156 fucking days of the year. I like to look at the big picture of things. Kind of the same concept of people being like, well, it's just 1 Starbucks drink a day. And you do the fucking math for the entire year. You're just buying ground coffee or making coffee at home. You have to look at the big picture. If your bigger picture is being successful, chasing your dreams, starting a business, starting a different career, finishing school, whatever it is, how are you going to get to there if you are wasting nearly a third of your year? That third of the year could actually just be put into something that you actually care about. I feel the same way about dating apps. When I found out that people were on apps and going on dates like 10 hours a week, I think the stat specifically was for women, I was like, that's a part-time fucking job. You have to learn to prioritize shit. Like you're saying, it immediately excludes many from the room. So you'll likely lose a lot of fucking people in your circle. 75% of Americans reported drinking alcohol in a year. I think it was 2023 that I just saw. Really, you're only competing with 30% of people. Those 30% of people in your lane of what you want to do, maybe not. Pull yourself away from the fucking herd. You might find that you end up being successful in your own life a lot faster than most people. You're not wasting your time running away from reality, using escapism to numb the pain. Also will likely use this time to actually heal and not cover the trauma that you've gone through. Once again, putting you ahead of the herd, because most people aren't going to do that. Most people use substances to numb and to escape. What's wrong with a little competition?
Now, I'm going on, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. February 13th is the anniversary of my last drink of alcohol. I don't do any other drugs other than my medication I take every night. But I don't count that. You probably will. I'll probably get comments counting it, right? But I don't know how I stopped. Just February 13th of whatever that year was, 2021, 2020. Next day, it was gone. Haven't craved it once. Like I was the type, if I went on vacation, I had to drink. If I went to a get together, I had to drink. If it was Friday night, I had to drink. I just feel like I had to. And then one day it just disappeared. I never had a craving since. These get me past everything. These sparkling water, every time you see me drinking a sparkling water, which is every video down there, to me, in my mind, I'm drinking a beer. Like, I'm socializing. Or I'll have a non-alcohol beer. Gets the job done, y'all.
David Banner exposes how major artists sold out the culture.
The streaming was the dumbest that we ever did in history. We finally started getting pennies, and then you're gonna let these motherfuckers give us fractions? The only reason why they didn't let it happen in movies is because they still making money off of movies. They hadn't sucked that totally dry yet. We had just found out how to create our first mom and pop stores, how to burn our own CDs, even though we was bootlegging. Bro, we gave it to tech motherfuckers who don't even care about music. When people from distribution companies call me and say, Banner, I need you to help me fight on this streaming and then they got cut into the equation and then they didn't call me no more. They cut the right artists in and they sold y'all out. Crazy, dog. I told them that was the wrong thing to do. The God Box failed because I wouldn't stream my fucking album, dog. We gave fucking hip hop away. So don't bitch about it now. Ain't no need for a union now. We gave it away.
Is Post Malone a CIA asset? I'm glad you asked. Let's talk about it. So Post Malone began his career as an outspoken artist that leaned heavily into conspiracy theories, said some things that people believe got him in major trouble with the government. He talked about the end of the world. He talked about other conspiracies that were really dangerous, like, you know, what government corporations were hurting us with the food and all types of stuff. It's crazy, right? He spoke publicly about his fear of World War III, doomsday, and the USA's involvement in foreign affairs and how their involvement is going to destroy our country. One day in 2015, he tweeted out a cryptic message that talked about the 3-letter agencies that were causing all the issues in our country. You can see them here: FDA, FBI, CBS, CIA. It keeps going. He believes that these 3-letter agencies are destroying our country. After he posted this, his entire personality completely changed. It gets crazier. People believe after he posted that, the CIA came after him and threatened his entire life and livelihood, and telling him that if he keeps doing this, he's going to pay the price, much like Kanye West did when he actually spoke out against the government as well. Many people believe he struck a deal with the CIA, allowing him to keep his life, but he had to hard pivot from his political stances, artistic direction, and public ideologies, meaning he could no longer talk about the government. Finally, his birthday being on July 4th gave the CIA perfect opportunity to make him a political puppet, killing his outspoken nature and creating a country-singing, Bud Light drinking good boy that doesn't make too much noise, because if he did, his life as he know it would be at stake. Anyway, nothing crazy, just a regular theory.
Now, I just think that's what a lot of people do with hip hop, right? It's easier to blow up in hip hop for these certain artists. You look at Kid Rock, Post Malone, Jelly Roll. You know, the list goes on and on. That's why I'm such a fan of Eminem, because he stuck to what he was the same throughout his whole career. A lot of these artists come in, blow up in hip hop, get the cornrows, the gold teeth, the tattoos, and then once they make it, they show their true colors. They go to what they really wanted to do, but hip hop is just a stepping stone to get there. You know what I mean? And that's what I think Post Malone did. That's what Jelly Roll did. That's what Kid Rock did. That's what a lot of people do.
What do you think in the comments?
If they cut out any organ in your body, your brain will spend the rest of its life trying to grow back. If they cut off your leg, your brain will spend the rest of its life trying to grow back. Big pharmaceutical companies, they want to take Webster and eliminate the word self-healing. They don't want you to know about it at all. They want you to start on a pill as soon as possible, and then as you progress through life, they want you in a nursing home with a 5-gallon bucket of pills. So if you're around a bunch of people and you're not aware that they have very weak nervous systems, they can draw energy from your nervous system if your nervous system's stronger. Whoa. We had a girl, she was 8 when she came in. For 2 years, she couldn't sleep. So they brought her to every specialist everywhere. I start testing this little girl's brain to her cells, right? It's just connection. She had some disconnects. We start fixing stuff, but she wasn't changing in her sleep. Something was there that I was missing. And I look over at the mom and I said, did something emotional happen to her 2 years ago? She started crying uncontrollably. It was her mom. Oh, the little girl was so close to the grandmother. She had her grandmother's perfume on the side of her bed. And so every night she'd either smell that perfume, maybe see a picture of grandmother, and it would offset her subconscious and she couldn't sleep. So we actually took the perfume in the room and all the nerves I was checking, the connections are all turned off. She got extraordinarily weak. It was like kryptonite.
From the perfume.
Mm-hmm. We did one treatment. The little girl's been sleeping fine ever since.
When Jesus is walking and the woman touches him and he stops and he says, I just felt power leave my body. That was cellular.
Of course.
when you're believing in God and you're a scientist, is science substantiating God?
The age of Aquarius is here to break down a lot of you quote-unquote spiritual woke leaders in the spiritual community. And Dr. Umar happens to be one of them. You see, the age of Aquarius, it's about truth. No lies will stand in this reality anymore. And don't be mad at me. I am only sending a message. You guys are well aware that within our community, there have been strategically placed agents within the many facets of religion, schools, government, whatever area that we go in, these entities are there, and they're put there by the others. And when I mean by the others, if you guys seen the movie Us, then you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Just because they look like us doesn't mean that they are us. And his name isn't even Umar Johnson. I'm sure you guys are well aware from prior viral videos. He is one of the agents that was strategically placed into the system to infiltrate the energy of you and Big Mama, because you got to see, money is currency, it's energy. So if you guys are feeding a system that is not feeding you, then what are you doing it for? And Big Mama says is enough, because Big Mama controls currency. She is Wata. She is Mata. Mata is material. It's what you manifest from the physical, from the metaphysical into the physical. And money helps you do that, doesn't it? Well, Big Mama says no more. The Divine Mother said he hasn't been truthful, so she decided to cut his currency off. And he is one of many. Remember, y'all, religion's already dead. A whole bunch of our people is just holding on to a dead corpse on their body. Isn't that necrophilia? And you wear the chain around your neck and it feels on you? Necrophilia. So y'all literally love a dead person. On your neck. You can't make this stuff up, man. But yeah, the shift is here, y'all. Their world is crumbling. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. They had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account in the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access into my personal account and the FDMG account. Brothers and sisters, if you have sent a donation to FDMG, let's give it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation would conclude. They have given me no definitive timeline.
You are probably misunderstanding something very important about earthquakes. When you hear about an 8.8 magnitude earthquake, you might think, that doesn't sound that bad, because I've heard of like 7s and they weren't that destructive. And so a 8.8 is, 1.8 more than 7. It's 18% more, right? It's incremental. Like someone who's a 7 attractiveness is a little bit less attractive than someone who's an 8, right? Well, that is not how that scale works. That scale is logarithmic, which means every increase of 1 on that scale, which we refer to as the Richter scale, it's not actually the Richter scale anymore, we changed it, is a 10x in strength, okay? So an 8 is 10 times stronger than a 7, it is 100 times stronger than a 6, and it is 1,000 times stronger than a very common 5. And each one of those 10x jumps corresponds to a 32x increase in energy, which means an 8.8 magnitude earthquake releases energy equivalent to 12,000 atomic bombs. 12,000 of the atomic bombs that were dropped on Hiroshima. All right? That is mind-boggling to consider.
All of the
those bags all the way to the ceiling are diamonds?
Yes.
And how many other rooms do you have like this?
Oh, about 28 rooms.
How many millions of carats do you have down here?
No, that is a commercial secret.
So this is one of the last great secrets of Russia? The secret?
It's a secret for any organization storing diamonds.
There are enough for every man, woman, and child on the planet to have a half-carat diamond ring with a 500 million carats left over. There are a lot of diamonds. They're not scarce or rare. So I'm sorry.
It's such a big question in rural America. Who runs the general store, the convenience store, the gas station store, whatever you call it? It's the center of every little town. And if all of a sudden in the space of 5 years, they're all run by non-citizens from India, and they're all getting worse, and they're all engaging in business practices that are almost like intentionally degrading of the people who live there. Like, no, we only sell generic cigarettes, illegal Chinese vapes, and some kind of weird non-regulated narcotic and bongs and crack pipes. That's literally what's happening.
Yes.
And there's garbage piled up outside. I mean, the whole thing is like beyond belief. You have to sort of wonder, like, what actually is this? Are these incredibly profitable businesses? This seems like a scam of some kind. But last thing I'll say, I know this for a fact. A lot of these places, if you look at the tax records, they trade for, 300 grand or something. But most of the transaction is off the books in cash. So they're dodging taxes, actually.
And they shift around from one trust to another trust and then back to another trust. There's very complicated, very complex financial schemes at play.
All right, family, we made it back safe and sound. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Quick 30-minute banger. We're coming close to the end of the month. I got a lot to do, right? A lot of rain came through the past couple days. I have some weeds popping up. I'm gonna pick those. The rain has subsided. It's done, so I think it's safe to clean my vehicle. Gotta do that. I want to go get Mama Bear some. She's not in. She's not listening. Is she watching? She's not watching. I want to go get her some flowers. It's been a while since I got her some flowers, and I was driving by the spot where I get her some earlier, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back and get her some a little later. Try to make her day. You know what I mean? She does a lot for me and the baby. The least I can do is surprise her with some, a dozen roses, right? It makes a woman's day, y'all. So that's the plan. Yeah, I got to get going. Quick 30-minute banger. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know why. When I have the baby, like, I'm so much more better with my time. You would think, like, when I don't have them, like, I'll be on it way more. Like, no, like, when I don't have them, I'm like, I'm going to watch this YouTube video real quick before I go up there or whatever. Like, it's 2:05, y'all, and I'm barely doing my YouTube video, but I thought I'd get in here, give you guys a 30-minute banger. I still have 37 minutes left of this video that we were reacting to, but we're going to save that for tomorrow. Turn it into an hour banger, y'all. So this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. Hope everyone out there has a good day. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for an hour banger to start the new month, y'all. Later.